My name is Trevor Keen. My DJ name is Trev-ski. I was born in Gaithersburg, Maryland. First moment I fell in love with music is definitely with my family, singing songs in the car going down to the beach. My mom and father were definitely a fan of pop production from when they were kids, and they used to show us songs from very much like the 70s and 60s era of music where I would listen to stuff, and that's when I really came into my respect for music. Is like I'd be singing songs in school or something, and kids would be like, "What are you? That song's old," or something like that. But I love that. With DJing, my love for music came from hip hop production and my love for hip hop music for sure. So, and I was very fortunate to have a friend that worked in a record store. And after high school, I would go there and I would be talking, and he'd be like, "Man, well, maybe you should pick up this record, pick up that record." And I'd be like, "Man, I don't even have a turntable, dude. Like it's 2001. Like, who has a turntable anymore?" So I bought, I eventually got a very cheap turntable and started collecting jazz records and hip hop pretty much. And it all stems from that. And then as it came on and I started getting more and more records, I was like, maybe I could do a party. At first, that was not the primary focus. It was just the love of music and sharing music with people. But eventually over time, as I became more confident in my abilities to go out and present music to people in a way that I knew that would garner the interest of the vast majority of people, I was like, this could be something that I could do a lot. And that's been almost 20 years ago. So I do my best abilities to focus my attention on what is going to be necessary to make these people move. Now, I can go to a late night party and do super deep house music for people at 4 a.m. partying, or I can go do a beach party and play. When you really love music and when you really, I've been doing this for a very long time, and one of my favorite things in life is seeing people get as excited, like almost like a child getting like what they want or something like that with music. You can see this with grown ass people. You can see a 60-year-old man become 16 again because he heard his favorite songs. Those moments where, or just like really like a crowd interacting in a way, and this is another hard thing to describe to people, but from my point of view, when I'm DJing to people, like when I see a crowd of people like getting that synergy, that energy together, where it's happiness. I love DJing weddings. I love DJing nightclubs. I love DJing pretty much anything. But the main types of music that I am primarily drawn to are older formats of music. It's something that I'm really, really into, and that comes from hip hop. My love for hip hop. So that's a direct connection because those guys used all kinds of funk and soul music, which in turn, over time, I got to learn from those periods of music. So I really enjoy the funk and soul. Hip hop is like probably my focus. I'm full force when I DJ a wedding. I'm very much like there to make sure that everybody is rocking out. The real reason to hire a professional that has experience over time is their experience over time. And there's a lot of people out there that don't really connect that someone like me or this company who has hired professionals over time, this is a craft. DJing a wedding, DJing a corporate event, DJing a nightclub, these are all way, way different avenues of what we express artistically and what the expectations are. At a wedding, we are there to connect with the bride and groom primarily, and then that is interspersed down into their family and friends that are there for their day. So the way I would DJ a nightclub or like a personal event for me where I'm the star is not the same thing as I would DJ for a wedding. A wedding is about the couple, but The same thing I always tell my clients when I'm DJing for them is that this is about you and your friends. And you guys need to understand that y'all's connection is going to be where I'm trying to bring the focus. And the experience with working with a professional company as the DJ, as a person that's coming in and doing the creative aspect of the night, the more creative aspect of the night, I would say, it's a relief because you have so many people on hand that are taking care of things and that for you that would normally be a stress-related factor. As a professional, I'm attuned to doing these things, but it's when you have people on hand, it makes my night a lot easier, and that directly transfers over to the clients when I have everything prepared for me by professionals.